Alrighty, what's up, motherfuckers? Peter Gilmore here on this very late Monday night. Back to you again with another video right here on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you for watching. As always, make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button down below, and subscribe to my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the internet, and don't forget to tap that bell and turn on my notifications so you never, ever miss an upload. And YouTube hopefully can send out my videos to you if they decide to, because they're not, because they're fucktards. It is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. That's it. So like, share, leave a comment, questions, whatever you want down below in the comment section, and hit that like button, smash that subscribe button to death on this channel and all my other channels, which are in the description box. And don't forget to tap that bell. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the lateness of this video. Got home a little late, and I was talking to the missus, and I had to rewatch Monday Night Raw because I was at work and didn't have any time to watch any highlights because work was a pain in the ass tonight. Had one of our main guys quit. I think he quit. I don't know what happened. He just walked out. I don't know if he had an emergency or something. And now I was supposed to get the next 3 days off. Now I got tomorrow off, go back in Wednesday, and I get Thursday off. Then I got to go back in for 4 more days. Now I don't know if my schedule is going to change over the next coming weeks. It's probably going to. So instead of like working like going in like 4 to 11 on Monday, I'm probably going 3 to 11. So I'm getting a lot more hours, which is nice to get more money that you wish you had. But I like to have my off days too, and I like to have them consecutive. I don't want to go in Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know, I can't do 5 straight days. I need time off. I only can work 4 days. I told them that. I told my manager that. I told my co-manager that. Says I can only do 4 days. I need 3 days off. Now I got 2 days off this week, which pisses me off. But it is what it is. That's that. Just a really crappy day, as it always is at my job. Fucking idiot customers. Just my mask was down, and the guy starts yelling at me, "Your mask is down." I was like, "Fuck you." No, I didn't say that, but I was like, "Okay, whatever. Goodbye. Buy your shit and get out of here. Let's go." Yeah, that's it. So I kicked him out. I don't know. That's all right, everybody. On this late Monday night, September the 14th, 2020, or if you're watching now from somewhere else, it is now September the 15th, 2020. Ready the middle of September. Good Lord. Well, Halloween's coming up pretty quick, and so is Columbus Day. And we're getting to the end of summer. Just this week's the end of summer, the official end of summer. And then we start fall, I believe, next Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. The weather tomorrow is going to be really chilly. Going to be about 70 degrees here in the Northeast, and then going to warm up a little bit, then go back down a little bit for the weekend. But not much rain. Maybe Thursday we're going to get rain here. But yeah, but it's going to be pretty tranquil here in the Northeast. The fall weather's coming, and not looking forward to it because fall's not my favorite season. What my favorite season is summer when it's hot. I'm not a big fan of winter. I hate the winter, especially when it snows a lot, because I got to go outside and shovel that shit. And especially if I have to go to work. I have to shovel, a walk, a path so I can get the fuck out of my house. It is what it is. Anyway, on this late Monday night, as always on this late Monday night, I can't talk today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late night, Monday night review for September the 14th, 2020, from the Thunderdome in Orlando, Florida, at the Amway Center. Well, it's going to be for the foreseeable future, so they can actually go to other states and go on back on tour. But that won't be coming till probably late next year. So we know Vince wants WrestleMania in California. Not gonna get it. I don't think he's gonna get it. And if he does get it, it's not gonna have that many fans. Or if at all, they're gonna have virtual fans. At least they'll get, some pretty, I wouldn't say great, but decent entrances. If they're going to Silo Field or Sifo Field, Full Slide, what the fuck the name is, where the Rams play. And actually I saw it looks pretty damn good. A nice looking stadium. Not like the Raiders stadium. Holy shit, that thing is beautiful. But it is what it is. And that's that. So yeah, speaking of football, my Niners, my Jets stunk up the joint last night, on Sunday night. The Jets, expected to lose that game against the Bills. I thought the Niners were going to win. They had the lead at the half, and once again, they choked. The offense looked like shit. Garoppolo was up and down, missing a lot of passes, and just had a off game. So, I mean, they do. The first game of the season, I don't care. I like to win the first game of the season, then build on it. Maybe start a nice long winning streak. So I was thinking maybe the first 4 or 5 games they were going to go at least 3-2, maybe 4-1, or maybe 5-0. But we'll see what happens with that. But the Jets don't got it any easier this week because they face my Niners at home in MetLife Stadium against the defending NFC champion 49ers. And I think this week, the Jets are going to get destroyed. I am not even caring for the Jets this season. Like I said, the Jets are going to be like a 4-win team, 4 or 5-win at most team. They just got a hard schedule. The Niners got a hard schedule too because they have a tough 4-game stretch, 4 or 5-game stretch. New Orleans, Seattle, Green Bay, the Rams. They got Tampa Bay thrown in there. Got a couple games, it's such a, this mixed up schedule that they have. It's hard. It's very hard. And then I said they're going to get 11 wins. I might scale back on that now because I think they might get 10. I'd be, I'm not going to base it off the first loss, but I'm not going to say they're going to go 9-7. I don't think they're going to go 9-7. I think they're going to get 10, 11 wins and either win the division or win a wild card. I have a good feeling they'll win a wild card. And how about those Giants? Had a good first half. Down the drain in the second half. Kind of like the Jets. They started up pretty, they're okay, and then the Bills just blew them up, and at the half it was 21-3, and then it just kind of made a comeback. Or started trying to make a comeback in the second half, and the Bills were just too much for them. It is what it is. So we'll see what happens this Sunday at 1:00 at MetLife Stadium. The Niners and the Jets, two of my favorite teams, going at it. Who to root for? You always, root for the Niners because of my brother from another mother. You know, got to represent my brother. You know what I mean? My brother who has passed on. You know, it's been 7 months since my brother from another passed on. It's gonna be it's gonna be tough when it gets to 1 year in February of 2021. It's gonna be a really tough day that in the beginning of February. That's when he passed, beginning of February, and then we laid him to rest right after Valentine's Day. So sucks. So we cried. I cried. Rosa cried. Her family cried. So we lost a good brother, and that's all I gotta say about that. I lost the brother I never had. Now I'm back to not being a brother, you know. So anyway, not gonna go on that. All right, I talked enough, and that's that. All right, we got Andre Cobile in the chat, my Canadian brother from another mother from the north. He says, "Hello, how you doing, Andre? Thank you for coming in the video, the chat. Hope you're still watching, and chime in every once in a while if you decide to, and don't forget to go to wrestlingwithwrestling.com with Andre Cobile on YouTube and on the internet. Got some good stuff on that channel. Some good interviews, some good wrestling from Real Canadian Wrestling, RCW, and some good content on the YouTube channel as well from Andre and from his buddies, and that's that. So subscribe to Andre Cobile at wrestlingwithwrestling.com and the Wrestling with Wrestling YouTube page. That's that. Tell him Peter Gilmore sent you. All right, let's begin. Let's start this. Let's start and get this fucking Raw review up already. It's already 2:00 in the morning, and I got stuff to do tomorrow morning. I got some errands to run in the afternoon because I want to have a full day of rest, and then I'm gonna have a little bit of rest on Wednesday, and I gotta go in at 3:30. But at least I don't get out at 11. Like the last 4 days I've been Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I've been getting out 11, close to midnight. But I'm making the money you wish you had. I'm gonna make a lot of money this week, a lot. Not like $1,000. I mean, I wish I was making, I was making $1,000, but I'm making the money that you wish you had. That's all I gotta say. But my next paycheck's gonna be pretty big. I get to pay a lot of bills, and maybe have some money left over to buy something. I kind of want to get something from AEW. Maybe get a Young Buck shirt or just an AEW shirt because I already have I have a New Japan shirt. I don't. It's in the wash right now. So I bought a Los Ingobernables de Japón shirt. No, I want to get a Naito shirt. So, and by the way, the G1 is coming up in a couple of days. Yes. Can't wait for the G1 to start. I'm going to be glued to NewJapanWorld.com to see who wins the G1. I think Naito's in the B block. Okada's in the A block. Ishii's in the A block. I think Tanahashi is in the B block. So I think Sonata's in the B block. I think Evil's in the B block. I think Evil's in the B block. And I think Ibushi is in the B block, I think, too. So I got a lot of people in the B block. Naito, all the big guys, Okada, Ishii, I think Shingo's in it, or maybe not in it, I'm not sure. Naito, Okada, Ishii, Ibushi, Sanada, Evil, and a couple other guys in that tournament. And like I said, I think Sanada's gonna win the G1, and and go all the way to Wrestle Kingdom 15 in January, and face Naito for the belt, because I think Naito will hold the belt all the way to Wrestle Kingdom. And then at Wrestle Kingdom 15, Sanada becomes the double champion. And then I don't know. I think he might lose to Evil. I think Evil will get it back, and then Evil will probably lose to Jay White. I think Jay White, who's now doing commentary for New Japan World, which is not bad. But I think Jay White will eventually come back to New Japan and make his claim for the Bullet Club. And we'll see what happens with that. And that's that. All right. So Monday Night Raw tonight was okay and not great. It was in your face. Supposedly that they're trying to gain some ratings for their crappy show. So in your face. In your face. Like that. Into your living room. And tonight's show, they had some storyline progression with Drew McIntyre, and some other stuff going on. Retribution causing chaos again. I'll get to that in a minute. We were supposed to get Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee and one-on-one. I think you know how that ended. Another burial of Keith Lee, but it is what it is. We had Dominic Mysterio taking on Seth Rollins inside a solid steel cage, brother. See what happens with that. And, looks like if you saw the aftermath, looks like the Seth Rollins, Murphy, Mysterio saga is, I guess, over. Because of what happened in the aftermath with Seth Rollins and Murphy and the segment they had before that. And I think Dominic was taken, got some medical attention after the match, because he got his ass handed to him in the cage. We had that. A little bit of storyline regression with the women's tag team belts. Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan, the Riott Squad, taking on Lana and Natalya. Nobody gives two shits, and then Lana gets punished, and it gets put through the announce table by Nia Jax. WWE punished her for what Miro said on AEW. So Lana should have just left with Rusev, but they wanted to finish this Bobby Lashley storyline. It was so stupid to begin with, and then I wanted a divorce, and then they kind of divorced, and then Lana went on Owen. Now she's besties with Natalya. Just stupid, just really stupid. But Raw, that's what Raw is, just stupidity, and that's what it is. But a little bit of storyline progression, not much. As we're 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks away from Clash of the Champions Gold Rush on September the 27th. And we'll see what happens with some more matches being announced, and that's pretty much it. So let's begin the show. We have Byron Saxton on commentary, along with Mitchell Cole and Dolph Ziggler, since Tom Stupid Idiot Phillips was off again this week, and Samoa Joe decided to take the week off. I guess they're entitled to take a week off. But then we had to hear the Michael Cole and Byron Saxton go at it, with Dolph, and then later on was MVP, and then later on you had Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax on commentary. I mean, commentary sucked tonight, but that's all I gotta say about that. This show kind of stunk too, but that's how it is. So we start off Raw with the WWE champion Drew McIntyre. So we see a video package from when Drew got his jaw broken by Randy Orton after those 3 punt kicks, and then they kind of show Randy getting Claymore kicked 3 times, and now he has a messed up jaw. So get that. So he talks about his jaw, and he considers himself lucky that it was only a fracture. So it's a fractured or broken. Make up your mind. So he's here to offer us to give us an update on his condition. Excuse me. And he says WWE Medical told him to take some time off, but if he did that, he had to forfeit his title. And one bad strike to the jaw could displace the fracture, and his mouth would have to be wired shut. And he says he's not giving up the title. He tells Randy to turn up the volume at home or wherever he is, in the hospital or the nurse's office or wherever. They talk about their rides in the ambulances. So it seems appropriate that someone takes a ride in an ambulance for the title. So he challenges Randy Orton and his monotonous voice to an ambulance match for the WWE title at the Clash, since clearly the rules don't apply to them anymore. So he's about to leave, and then he's like, come to think of it, Randy might not make it to the Clash. He says he created the Claymore kick by a mistake. He was wearing leather pants. He kicked and hurt his pants split. Then realized that if he put both his feet up, he could have a good move on his hand. So then we see a Photoshop the former victims of the Claymore kick. We have Dolph Ziggler, The Big Show, Brock Lesnar. I forget. I think Randy Orton was in that as well. So same thing like Randy did with the people that he punted. So Drew's kind of playing off that too. So we got that. That was kind of corny. And then Adam Pearce, everybody's favorite goon. Well, Vince McMahon's favorite goon. He comes out, says it's highly unlikely that Orton will be in the building tonight, and he may not be able to face Drew at the Clash. And Drew's like, "Oh, my heart is bleeding for him." And then Adam says that if Keith Lee beats him tonight, and Orton can't make it to the Clash, then Keith Lee will face Drew McIntyre for the title. So we'll see what happens with that. That could be interesting. Then again, I was thinking, triple threat maybe? I don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. So then Drew was like, interesting. And that's it. So that ends the segment. Actually, it doesn't end the segment. And then Keith Lee comes out with a smirk on his face. He's slowly walking down the ramp to his remixed theme song, which is fucking horrible. And he has a black vest on that says Black Lives Matter on the back. Damn fucking do. So he stares Drew down, screwing the title down. Then he extends his hand for a handshake. They shake hands. He says they're friends. And then Drew looks to leave. Lee's like, "Get back here." And he's like, he's making a statement. And then Keith Lee goes to leave. And Drew's like, "Get back here." And then they talk a little bit as we go to break. And that was that. So not a bad segment from Drew and Keith. We'll see what happens with their match later on in the evening to end the show, I assume. And we'll see what happens with that. So I gave the segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we're off and running on Monday Night Raw. All right. Then we go to match number 1. The Champions versus Champions match. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura taking on the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. And an okay match, nothing great. Starts with Cesaro hitting an uppercut on Dawkins right as the bell rang. Then they start working on on Dawkins. Shinsuke flies off the corner with a knee for a near fall. And then Dawkins gets the boot up on a whip to the corner. Gets a clothesline to Shinsuke. Montez Ford gets the tag. Then a double dropkick Shinsuke to the outside. Ford then flies over the top rope with Cesaro and Shinsuke catch him. Then hit a powerbomb on the edge of the barricade. Ow. As we go to break, we come back. They're beating up Montez Ford. So until Cesaro rushed the corner with the shoulder, but Ford moved. Cesaro hits the ring post. And then Cesaro with a stomp, but he tags in Shinsuke. Angel Dawkins gets the hot tag, hits a clothesline, then another one. Then he's going to work on Shinsuke. Cesaro comes in, he hits a flapjack, then a T-bone suplex to Shinsuke for a near fall. He sends Shinsuke into the corner. He dodges a spin kick, dodges a spin and kicks Dawkins in the back of the neck. That's Shinsuke, I should say. Swings Dawkins onto the ropes and slides with a quick German. Shinsuke runs and is lifted, then dropped with a spine buster by Mr. Dawkins, and Mr. Ford comes back in. Goes for the big-time frog splash, but Shinsuke got the knees up, and Dawkins holds his arm against the ropes. They tumble to the outside. Shin covers for a near fall. And then Cesaro with the swing. They hit the KRS-1 for a near fall. Yeah, they do it pretty good. Not as great as Cesaro and Mr. Chris Hero used to do it back in PWG and in Ring of Honor when they were the Kings of Wrestling. But it is what it is. I don't even know what Chris Hero is doing right now. Probably eating a bunch of cheeseburgers and getting more fat. But I digress. So they hit the kick for a near fall as Dawkins stopped the pin. And then Shinsuke with some kicks to Dawkins. Cesaro hangs Dawkins up on the bottom rope. Shinsuke with a kick to the side of the head. Then a stomp from Cesaro. And then Montez Ford rolls up Shinsuke for a near fall. And then Cesaro picks him up and lifts him up. Hits a tiger uppercut for a near fall. Dawkins sends Shinsuke into the steps on the outside. And Shinsuke hit knee first. Ow. Cesaro grabs Ford, looks for the end, sends Ford into the corner, hits some uppercuts, the uppercut train a little bit, some rights and lefts, and the referee has to stop him. Then he hits it again, and Ford falls to the mat. Goes onto the apron. Cesaro looks to hit a deadweight superplex. He hits it, but Dawkins made the blind tag, and Dawkins comes off the top rope with a frog splash of his own. 1, 2, 3. The Street Profits get the win. Match was all right. Gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that was pretty much it for just almost a 9.5-minute match. And that's it. So it looks like the Street Profits are the best tag team in WWE. I still think they need more tag teams to prove that, but there is none. Because the Viking Raiders Ivar is getting neck surgery, so they're gonna be out for a long time. They got rid of Cedric and Ricochet, so that's gone. Unless they're gonna do Ricochet and Apollo. I don't care about that. And then Andrade and Angel Garza, which I'll get to in a second, they're at each other's throats. So that tag team is gone. So, you're gonna be seeing the Street Profits with the belts for like over a year, at least. The same thing on SmackDown. All you got is really Heavy Machinery, who's going to take the belts off Cesaro and Shinsuke. It's not going to be the Lucha Java party. But I digress. And that's it. Move on. All right, then we got a Mickie James video package. She will take on Asuka for the women's title later on. See what happens with that. All right, then we go backstage. We see Lana complaining to Angel Garza about Mickie getting a title shot. Angel says this is unfair. Lana's passion for justice is intoxicating. So they're kind of flirting with each other. Lana likes that Latino heat. In comes Zelina Vega. And damn, was she wearing something hot tonight. Woo! Look like she just took a red thing and just put it on her titties. And that's it. Then she has some red stuff on around her eyes, which I didn't like. but she still looked good. Anyway, so she comes in with Andrade. She tells Angel this is what she's talking about. He talks about walking out last week. Angel says he's tired of being blamed for every setback. And he mentions that Andrade got pinned. So why don't you yell at him? So Andrade's like, I don't appreciate you talking to me like that. Respect my daughter. So they go face to face and start arguing Spanish. And then Zelina's like, I can't do this anymore. And then she leaves. And then Angel and Andrade just start beating the living bejesus out of each other. And that's it. So it looks like they broke up. And Zelina looks like she's just going to do things her way and then go her own way. She can go her own way. Go her own way. You know, like Fleetwood Mac used to sing. But it is what it is. So let's see what happens with Zelina as we move on from that. Move on from there, and that's that. So I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then we see Dominic with his family, you know, Angie, his sister, which I don't remember her name, Aaliyah, or something like that, and his dad Ray. They're talking strategy for his steel cage match later tonight with Seth Rollins on Monday Night Messiah. We'll see what happens with that. I think he's going to get his ass handed to him in the cage, but we'll see. All right, then we go to the Thunderdome, where we hear the music of the Hurt Business. And they have a pretty good theme, but it is what it is. So they come out, all 4 of them. MVP, Bobby Lashley, the United States Champion, Shelton Benjamin, and their new member, Cedric. Alexander Cedric will be taking on Ricochet in a minute. So they cut a promo. MVP says business is booming. And it's an official announcement from the Hurt Business that business is booming. He calls Lashley the CEO, saying he's firmly in possession of the United States title. Shelton has upgraded from the gold standard to platinum status. So now he's a platinum standard, I guess. I don't know. And he says Cedric sent in his W-9 and is officially a part of the Hurt Business. So now he's making hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe. That's all, instead of making nothing in Titus Catering. So Cedric gets on the mic, says social media was throwing shade at him. He says that this is his job. He does what he's got to do to succeed, and no one knows what it's like to be the bad one. To come to work every Monday and get their ass beat, but wake up Tuesday and not being able to play with your kids. And he says being with Ricochet and Apollo left him empty. But now that he's in the Hurt Business, then he gets interrupted by Ricochet and Apollo. They come out, and Apollo wants to call it how it is. Psychic sold him out. He's like a brother, and they sold him out, and he sold out. He says he's too weak-minded and got manipulated by the Hurt Business. Now he's made a decision, and he's got to live with the consequences. And he said they've always had Cedric's back. Cedric's like, wrong. He's like, how many times did I have to take a beating for Apollo when he was the United States champion? He took a lot of beatings when Apollo was the champion, but so Cedric was right. And then I think Shelton says Cedric doesn't owe him a goddamn thing. Ricochet didn't come here to get an explanation, and after last week, that hurt more than anything. The Hurt Business has done to him. And they were supposed to be brothers. They came out here, but didn't come to ask why. They came out to tell Cedric that they are coming for him. So that's that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. We got the match number 2, and the match was okay, not bad, but okay. So it's with Ricochet with a double leg takedown. Cedric gets a knee in. Ricochet hits the ropes. He holds on, hits an elbow, then sends Cedric to the outside. Ricochet flies onto the apron. He kicks Cedric right in the face. Goes to the second rope, hits a moonsault. And then Shelton walks by him, and then Apollo comes in the ring and flies onto him. And then Bobby Lashley clotheslines Apollo. He has him in a fireman's carry. Out comes Eric to attack Lashley, and they all blow up the ramp. So I thought the match was going to end in a no contest because all this crap. But anyway, we come back. Cedric has a waist lock on Ricochet as a submission and turns Rick to his stomach. Ricochet reaches the ropes, turns onto his back, hits a right hand. He stands, gets attacked from behind with a right hand, but he comes back with a right, an elbow, then another one. Hits the ropes, Cedric with a knee, and a drop kick to the back for a near fall. He starts beating up Ricochet with some stomps and elbows. All right, some right hands to those injured ribs that Ricochet got, I think, last week or two. And then MVP yells at Cedric's face, telling him to get on his feet and whoop that man's ass. Ricochet comes back with an uppercut, turns, and he runs and hits a chop. Sends Cedric into the ropes. He turns, hits and knocks it at Phil Nelson. Cedric goes out, kick to face from Ricochet. He pulls Cedric up, knocks him from behind. Phil Nelson into a suplex, into like a messed up dragon suplex for a near fall. Ricochet grabs Cedric towards the corner, and Shelton Benjamin distracts him, trying to get on the apron. And Ricochet, tells him to get off, and nothing happens. The referee, is right there. Ricochet looks for the 630 or the shooting star press. He rolls through, and Cedric hits a run-up Michinuka driver for a near fall. Then he transitions right into the lumbar check. 1, 2, 3. Cedric Alexander pins Ricochet, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. This match was all right. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Not bad, but that's that. All right, after that, the Hurt Business all get in the ring to help Cedric up and hold up his hand. Then the lights go out, and then we see those things come on the LED board saying Retribution. So Retribution is here. They're on the Tron. They say they see what everyone is: waste, scrap, byproduct, loyalty to an entity that cast them out like garbage. They are corrupt. They once believed that their time in the Performance Center will lead them to fame and wealth, but they refuse to suck up to an entitled regime. Then they say, enjoy the final days of oblivion, and they will show us exactly who they are. They are Retribution. And then it was like 5 people, and they just maybe six or 7 other people just showed up. Holy crap. They get bigger and bigger and bigger. I think all those disgruntled guys from NXT and girls from NXT, because Mia Yim was right in the front, right next to Dominic Dijakovic. Dio Manning was behind, was in there. I don't know who else might have been there. I think Shane Dorn's in there somewhere. I could be wrong, but blah blah blah. So Retribution comes out, and we'll see if they cause any more chaos during Monday Night Raw, and we'll see what happens. So I gave the Aftermath 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Then we see MVP Cedric and Shelton getting ready to fight, and nothing happens, and that's that. All right, there we go backstage with Sarah Schreiber with her guest Mickie James. Ask her about her title match with Asuka. Mickie says she loves the business. She has given every ounce of her soul to the business. It drives her to be the best. She also likes the high-stakes competition a champ like Asuka brings out. And then she's like, what drives her? And she could have had different answers through various stages of her career. Now she has clarity, and it's clear now that she has always had what it takes to be a champion. But if what fuels her tonight is knowing that tonight could be her last chance to win the title. So, this might be it for Mickie James. If she loses, I think it's probably time to retire and be a mother to her kid with Nick Aldis. You know who he is, Magnus. For these dumb people at home, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, going up against Mike Bennett. I think I don't even know what date that show is. I think it's this week. I think. It's coming up soon. I know that. And I think Nick Aldis is going to beat Mike Bennett. I really don't think Mike Bennett deserves the NWA World title. It's that. And then we move on from there. All right, there we go. Backstage with Adam Pearce with 4 security guards for enhancement talents dressed up as security guards. Basically bashing them, saying, you can't do your job. In comes MVP and the Hurt Business. MVP says he understands that being a high-level WWE official comes with a lot of pressure. And he says there will be added pressure if he doesn't fix this retribution problem. Lashley said this is his concern. And it's time to upgrade security. MVP says it's time to upgrade security from boys to men. That's a great band, by the way. Great group. He said Retribution's got the whole locker room scared, but the Hurt Business is not scared. And he's offering his help to Adam Pearce. Pearce is like, you know what? You're right. Thanks for volunteering. And MVP's like, well, we don't do charity work. I'll be sending you a bill. So the Hurt Business is in business. Looks like they're going to take out Retribution. You know, like all 15, 20 members of them. I don't know how that's going to happen, but all right. So that segment I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars, and we'll see what happens with that as we move on from it. All right, there we go. To break, we come back with match number 3 for the Raw Women's title. Mickie James taking on Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka. Set a kick. But you knew that already. Match was okay. The ending was horrible. Nonetheless, a pretty decent match. Just horrible ending. They lock up. Asuka backs Mickie into the ropes. Mickie drags Asuka down into a pin for a 1 count. Asuka works the arm, turns that into a pin for a 1 count. Then they break, roll from Asuka for a 1 count, and then shoots the leg, goes for a jackknife for a near fall. Mickie says that. As Mickey's like, it was that close. So Asuka grabs her fingers, tries for the Asuka lock. Mickie with a side headlock, and gets reversed. They work the ropes, shoulder tackle from Asuka. Asuka tries to run, but Mickie pulls the leg out from under her. She hits a neck breaker for a near fall. Asuka with a right hand. Mickie comes back with a knee and a right hand to face. Asuka comes back with a one of her own. Whip to the ropes is reversed. Mickie eats a knee to face. Asuka covers for a near fall. And both women are having trouble getting up. But they get up. Asuka hits the ropes. And Mickie with a big kick. Not the chick kick, but the Mick, not the Mick kick, but a big kick as we go to break as sends Asuka down. We come back. Mickie hits a right hand in the center of the ring. Let me just check my time. Okay. Asuka runs to the corner. Asuka returns the favor. Mickie locks up the arm, then the chin. Asuka runs to the corner, eats an elbow. Mickie hops up and locks her head, then spins with a Hurricane Rana. Then she kicks Asuka, then another kick. She hits the ropes, flies. Asuka ducks under, and then she runs with that sexy ass attack of hers. And then she hits the ropes again. Mickie lifts her with a flapjack. She kips up, and she goes to the top rope, but she takes too much time. Asuka's there with a right hand to stop it. They battle in the corner. Mickie sends Asuka away. She stands, she flies, and hits the Luthez press to Asuka for a near fall. Then it gets reversed into another near fall. Then Asuka with a right hand to Mickie. Mickie comes back. They go back and forth. And they go back and forth for a while. And then Mickie... Asuka was doing the kicks. Mickie grabs the leg, locks in a single leg Boston Crab. Asuka reaches for the ropes, so Mickie turns and drags Asuka, and then tries for another crab, but Asuka rolls her off for a near fall. Then Mickie hits the Mick kick, and looked like to be over. And she covers for a near fall as Asuka put her hand on the rope, underneath the rope, to break the count. Mickie grabs Asuka with an armbar. Mickie stacks Asuka. She kicks Mickie out of that. And then Mickie with a kick to Asuka, locks the head. Asuka reverses, sends Mickie down hard. Then knocks in the chicken wing. Mickie drops and pins Asuka for a near fall. Then Asuka transitions to the Asuka lock. This is where the ending sucked. Mickie turns into it. Like her head's like right in there. I thought she was gonna look like she was about to pin Asuka. And then the referee's like, "That's it. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And Mickey's like, What? What the fuck with these botched endings? I mean, we saw one last week with Cedric Alexander pinning Ricochet, and Ricochet kicked out at 2. What the fuck is with these botched endings? I think these referees want to get fired, or maybe it's Vince's idea. I don't know. It's stupid. So referee says that Mickey can't continue, even though she was like, she looked fine to me, even though she was wrestling injured, which I don't know why WWE let her wrestle injured. Stupidity. More stupidity from Vince McMahon having two people injured fight tonight. Mickey James and Drew McIntyre. And what would have happened if Drew got hit right in the jaw? Goodbye, Drew. Goodbye, title. But goodbye, talking. Stupidity, ladies and gentlemen. Stupidity at its finest with the WWE. That's why this show fucking sucks. This company sucks. Company fucking sucks. This pisses me the fuck off. And that's all I got to say about that. So, Asuka wins. Match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. I'm going to downgrade it to 2. I was going to give it 2.25, but the ending just pissed me off. So I gave it a standard 2 out of 5 stars. Sucks that Asuka had to win it on a cheap botched ending. But, it is what it is. A stupid ending. And then the segment gets a little bit better. Selena Vega comes out for no apparent reason. She gets in the ring, stares Asuka down. Then she gets on the mic, says she's been thinking about her future, about her future. And it dawned on her today that she's wasted some of the best years of her career managing those 2 selfish idiots, or ingrates. Just like Asuka, she says Asuka's an ingrate, and she was handed the title by Becky Lynch, and she's been nothing but reckless with it, defending it against everyone. She says the Empress of Tomorrow is so focused on the superstars of yesterday that she forgot about one of the best in the business today. I don't know about that. Don't bother asking if she's ready for Asuka because she's ready for the title. So making her claim to maybe get a title shot. So Asuka grabs the mic, starts yelling at her in Japanese. And then Selena slaps her in the face. And then she leaves like a little bitch. But, So Asuka, it looks like we're going to get Asuka versus Selena Vega at the Clash. Not that I give 2 shits, because I think Asuka's going to win it anyway and then go to Hell in a Cell. I don't know who she's going to face there. Maybe Natalya. I think Natalya, because that's the only logical choice left. I mean, that's the only, I think Asuka's already beat Natalya. She's beaten Lana. She's going to beat Selena Vega. She's just going to hold the belt until Shayna and Nia lose the tag team belts, probably to the Wyatt Squad. A lot of people saying that the Wyatt Squad might win at the Clash. I don't think so. I think maybe that they'll lose it to somebody else besides the Wyatt Squad. I just don't know who. And then when they're going to eventually break up, they're going to have Shayna versus Nia, and then the winner of that feud faces Asuka. I think Asuka's going to lose the belt, I say, by the Royal Rumble or maybe by WrestleMania, which sucks. But another WrestleMania that she can't win. I know she lost to Charlotte at 34. I don't know if she wrestled at 35. I forgot who she wrestled against. And 36, I think she was with Kyrie, I think, going after the women's tag team belts and lost the tag team belts. So not a good record for Asuka at WrestleMania, and it's going to continue at WrestleMania 37, it looks like, if Asuka holds the belt that long. I think she's going to lose it to Shayna Baszler, and Shayna's going to go on a nice monster run with the title. And I don't know who's going to beat her. Maybe a returning Charlotte, or maybe a returning Ronda Rousey, because there was a picture of Ronda Rousey training with Roddy Piper's daughter, Teal Piper. So it looks like Ronda's getting ready for a return. Just don't know when. I'm thinking maybe the Royal Rumble. Maybe Ronda's a surprise entrant. I would not be surprised if Ronda is a surprise entrant. Maybe wins the Royal Rumble and faces Asuka for the title. Then Ronda holds the belt for a second time, and then you do Ronda versus Shayna. Battle of the 4 horsewomen, and we could do something with that. Like Ronda's all stuck up, and then you have Shayna, Marina Shafir, and Jessamine Duke come in and try to reason with Shayna and with Ronda, and Ronda beats the crap out of all 3 of them. And then at whatever maybe Extreme Rules, or I don't know, Money in the Bank. Maybe Shayna wins the belt at Money in the Bank, and then I don't know who's going to win the women's Money in the Bank. It might be Charlotte, might be Becky. Let's think about it. Becky's going to return at the Royal Rumble, because after she delivers her kid in December. I think she's like 5 or 6 months pregnant right now. Or maybe 5 months pregnant. Because I think, about 5 months, 6 months pregnant almost. With Seth Rollins' kid. Which I think is a boy. I'm not sure what they're having. I think it's a boy, but I could be wrong. But it is what it is, and that's that. So we're going to get Zelina Vega and Asuka. I could give 2 shits what it is. I don't care. I don't care. Because it's just another easy win for Asuka. And it looks like the Clash of Champions is going to suck. Nothing really good. The Raw Women's title is going to suck. The SmackDown Women's title match is going to suck. Bayley versus Nikki Cross, not going to be that great. Unless Sasha interferes in the match and causes disqualification, and Nikki wins by disqualification, then gets a rematch on the next SmackDown after the pay-per-view, and then loses to Bayley. Bayley then starts her feud with Sasha, leading to Hell in a Cell, inside Hell in a Cell, which I think is a dumb way to start their feud. I would have just started with a regular one-on-one match. Then you start building it up like a hardcore match, and then maybe to end it, you put it Hell in a Cell, but not to start the feud in Hell in a Cell. Come on now, and that's that. All right, then we go backstage with Charlie Caruso. He's backstage with Keith Lee. Asking about his match with Drew. Keith says that he and Drew have known each other for a long time, and they have been aware they've had a fight eventually. The goal is the title, and that drives all of us. And he knows Drew will do whatever it takes to stay champion, and he will do what it takes to become a champion if he's not going to get buried anymore. So Charlie asked if he's going to take advantage of Drew's injury. So Keith Lee's like, "Oh, I got to do what I got to do," and that's it. So we shall see what happens with that. And that's that. So pretty good interview from Keith Lee. 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, there you got the match number 4, your waste of time match of the night. Eric versus Bobby Lashley. MVP is on commentary. This match sucked. Eric rushes the corner with a knee. Lashley sidesteps. Lashley gets Eric in the corner. Gives a thumbs up to MVP. He's like, "Yeah, I got this guy. I got him." Eric with rights and lefts in the corner. Then a knee. The whip into the ropes is reversed. Eric stops the run, hits an elbow, runs with knees. He starts screaming like a banshee, like a Viking, I guess. Then flips Lashley over and hits a hard knee to Lashley. He kicks the leg, hits a right hand, and then Eric gets lifted into a spine buster from Lashley. Then he locks in a gut wrench, spins Eric, drops him down hard, pins for a near fall. Then he locks in the full Nelson. He tries for the full Nelson from behind, drags Eric down to the mat, locks the legs as he has the hold on tight now, and Eric just taps out like a bitch. And that's it. So Eric, so Bobby Lashley wins a filler match. And that's a match I gave 1.5 out of 5 stars. Did not give 2 solitary fucks about it. And that's it. I think we're gonna see Apollo Crews versus Bobby Lashley at the Clash. And I would not be surprised if Apollo wins the belt for the second time. But we'll see what happens with that as we move on from there. That's that. 2-minute suckfest. That's all I gotta say. All right, then we go backstage with Sarah Schreiber. She runs up to Kevin Owens, asks him why Aleister Black has a personal vendetta against him. So Kevin says maybe he says something that set him off, or maybe Hot Topic wouldn't honor his 40% off coupon for that shirt of that band that he likes. Wasn't in this moment, thankfully. Well, I don't know what band it was. I think it was the band that sings his theme song, Code Orange, I think. Anyway, maybe it was the frustration of sitting in the dark, begging for a fight, and no one cared. Kevin wants to know how you inflict enough pain on Aleister to feel like they are even. He wants the beating tonight to remind him every day of what happens when you pick a fight with him. He's really not worried about how he would do it. And why? Because he's Kevin Owens. That's all I got to say about that. So, pretty good promo from Kevin. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Let's see what happens in this match with Aleister Black coming up later in the night. Then we see, as he leaves, Aleister Black walks up almost Solid Snake style. As we see his head is wrapped again. Though when he had the matches, he took off his eye patch. So he's a pirate now. That's his gimmick. He's a Solid Snake pirate. I don't know. Or it's just Solid Snake. I don't know. So we get that. So we'll see what happens in their match coming up later. All right, there we see Shane McMahon. I'm dancing, Dad. I'm dancing. Stop it. Okay. So he walks up to that big freaking dude, that 7'3" security guard. Says hello, and then in comes Braun Strowman with the weekly SmackDown of Raw brand extension thing, brand invitational shit. So Braun Strowman comes to Raw. I wonder who's going to go to SmackDown this week, but I don't know. So he comes in. He says, "Get out of my way! I'm pissed. I want some action." So he threatens Shane and tells him to give Braun his best fighter, and the monster is here, and someone's gonna get these hands. And that's it. So we'll see what happens with Braun inside Raw Underground, and I could care less. So that's that. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars. And we move on. All right, we got MVP on commentary. He's still out there. Then we go to the locker room where you see Seth Rollins. There's a knock on the door. Murphy comes in. His disciple says he's been waiting all night for him. Murphy tries to bring up last week, but Seth says, "I understand. They all ganged up on you. They beat the living bejesus out of you." Says atonement, forgiveness is a part of the process. It's in the past. We have to look to the future. And tonight is an opportunity because he's locked in a cage with Dominic. And no one coming in or going out. This is the perfect opportunity to teach him a lesson. So he says, "I must ask you, Murphy, are you prepared for your role tonight? Something very important, and you need to be ready." Murphy's like, "I'm ready, dog. I'm ready, boss. I'm ready, boss. I'm ready, boss." So Seth slaps the shit out of him. Then he grabs him by the chin and tells him that his role tonight is to stay in the back so that he doesn't have to deal with his stupid mistakes again. He slaps Murphy again, asking if he understands. Murphy's like, "I understand." And then Seth's like, "Good." Pats him on the chest, and he leaves. And that's that. So it's getting interesting with Seth Rollins and Murphy. Like I said, I think they're going to break them up, and then they're going to go at it in a feud. So to put the Mysterio saga goodbye, I guess, after this cage match, which I thought was going to be Ray and Seth, but Ray's hurt, so they had to put Dominic in. They're pushing Dominic to the moon, which I think is a bad idea, but, God forbid he gets hurt, gets seriously hurt. It's all on. It's not. That's all on Ray now. It is what it is, and that's that. And we move on from it. All right, then we come from break. Mitchell Cole brings up the trade from Mandy Rose to Monday Night Raw. I don't know who they traded him for. Probably some people in Titus Catering and a bag of donuts. I don't know. Who cares? But Mandy Rose is on Raw to bolster that women's division. So another challenger for Asuka, Mandy. Mandy's gonna lose to Asuka, but at least Mandy will look hot by herself on Monday Night Raw. What is, and that's that. All right, then we go to the backstage with Charlie Caruso with the Mysterio family. Dom says if he wants to follow his dreams and his dad's footsteps, he can't back down, even if it means stepping into a solid steel cage, brother. So Ray says he and his wife Angie are more worried than Dom is. They'll be out there to support him, and once the door shuts, he's on his own. But so will Seth. Okay, how would he be on his own if he's inside the steel cage with Dominic? You're not on your own, Ray, dumbass. So Ray wonders if Seth should be concerned about Dominic. You think? But it is what it is. Kind of a end promo. I didn't really like it from Ray, and I've heard better from Ray. But I think Ray. It's time for Ray to go. I'm sorry. It's time for Ray to go. I know he's got a 3-year contract with WWE, but really, what's he gonna do? I think they want it. They're gonna lead up to a father versus son match soon. I don't know when they're gonna start it, but maybe right before WrestleMania. But I don't know. I don't know about that. But we'll see if that happens. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars. Then we get the match number 5, a steel cage. Dominic versus Seth. This wasn't a bad cage match. Not bad. So it starts off with Seth kicking Dom, drops some axe handles to the back, whips him in the ropes. And get that. I'll get to the chat in just a second. We got another member in the chat. I'll get to that in a minute. Dom ducks a clothesline, spins into a side Russian leg sweep. He starts to climb the cage because you can win by pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage. Seth's there to grab him, and Dom spins into a tornado DDT for a near fall. He runs up the corner. Murphy slides a candlestick to Seth. Seth smacks Dom in the back a few times, then sends him into the cage. And as always, no blood. But it is what it is. As we go to commercial, we come back. Dom is getting his ass kicked. And Seth grabs Dom by the face, says, "This isn't his house. When are you going to learn?" And tells Ray to watch, sends Dom looks to send Dom into the cage. It gets reversed, and Dom sends Seth into the steel cage. Looks to climb, Seth is up, grabs the leg of Dom, sits him on his shoulders, and hits a Hurricane Rana. Dom with a Hurricane Rana to Seth, sending him into the wall, into the cage wall. Ray offers Dom a candlestick. Ray smacks Seth across the back. Then Seth with a kick, another hit to the back from Dom. Then another one. He starts beating Seth to a pulp, sends him into the cage again and again and again. Then he hits a power bomb for a near fall, something I didn't think that he would hit, but okay, he hits a power bomb for a near fall. Seth grabs legs, catapults. Dom holds onto the cage, starts climbing up. Smart. Seth climbs 2, right hands from Dom, one from Seth, one from Dom. They go back and forth on near the top of the cage. He sends Seth's face into the cage. Dom drops, crouching himself on the ropes. Ooh, that's going to hurt the nuts. Dom pulls Seth down as he was trying to escape, and both men hurt their nuts. So no children for them. Well, no more children for Seth, because he already has one on the way. So no nookie for Dominic. It's too bad for him. They go to the mat. The door's open. Dom gets to the door. Ray's there to grab his hand. Murphy comes by and tosses Ray into the barricade. Then he turns around and slams the door of the cage. Oops, not on Dominic, but into Seth Rollins. Oops. That's not going to sit well with the Monday Night Messiah. Dom climbs the cage. Murphy runs to try and stop him. Dom elbows him off, and Murphy falls from the top of the cage. Ouch. Dominic turns around and hits a frog splash for a near fall. Dom gets to the cage, starts to climb. He's to the top. Seth grabs his boot. Dom kicks him away. Dom to the top of the cage. Seth runs back to the corner. Rollins grabs his head and hits a superplex to Dominic. Then the Falcon Arrow, like the Cataclysm, the Paradox, whatever you want to call it. Gets a near fall of that. Seth looks at Ray, starts laughing at him. He starts doing the golf clap to Ray. Then gets a surprise roll from Dom for a near fall. And then Seth transitions into the stomp. Then for good measure, he gives him another stomp. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins pins Dominic inside the cage. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. So match wasn't that bad. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Nice 12-minute match from in the cage. That's that. Afterwards, Seth leaves the ring with the candlestick. He goes to Murphy, points at him, and he laughs it off. He drops the stick and kisses Murphy on the forehead. Then he beats the crap out of Murphy, sending him into the barricade, then into the cage. And he's like, when are you going to learn? Then he grabs the door, swings it into the face of Murphy, knocking him out. He's like, how's it feel? So I think it's going to lead to Seth Rollins and Murphy in a feud. They're going to break the Monday Night Messiah disciples up. But it is what it is. And I'll get that. We're also over to Angie. And when he's in the cage with Dom, Seth tells Angie, hell of a job you did. I hope she turns out better, pointing to Ray's daughter. And then Angie and her daughter get in, and when Angie's daughter is about to get in, she stops on the steps and puts her hand on Murphy. I don't know what that's going to lead to. So that could be some interesting stuff. Maybe a love interest for little, I think Leah Mysterio, whatever her name is. Possibly. Maybe she's showing some compassion. I think it might lead to something. I don't know. So they're in the ring, and Ray's like, medic! Medic! Get the medic! Because Dom's hurt. And that's all I got to say about that. So the Aftermath, I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right. We get to chat for a little bit, and that's that. Fan of Asuka. Mickie James looked awful. Yeah. She didn't have it. She was, like I said, she wrestled injured in the match. That's why they went to that stupid botched finish, I think, because she was getting her ass kicked and looked like crap. She barely. I mean, yeah, you see that chick kick she hit, and Michael calls it. Oh, it was a glancing blow. I don't think she got all of it. I think it's time for Mickie James to hang it up. Poor Alexis LaRue, whatever her damn name is. Poor Lexi. Not Alexa Bliss, but Mickie James' real name is Alexis. If you didn't follow TNA and you followed her in the Indies, now you know. And you know from a reliable source. That's that. Many people saying she was injured. Yes, she was injured. I don't know what. I think she got injured last week in that tag team match with Lana and Natalia. I don't know where she got injured and what she injured. I don't know, but. By the way, I'm a fan of Asuka too. That's why she's my first wife. That's what I gotta say about that. Because nobody is ready for Asuka. Set my dick. But you, yes, you, watching at home, you knew that already. That's all I gotta say about that. All right. And we move on from there. All right, so Seth beats Dominic to a pulp, and then Seth beats the crap out of Murphy and says what he said to Angie about his daughter. He's like, oh, I hope she does better than him. And then we see Angie and Ray's daughter go into the cage, and Ray's daughter has some compassion for Murphy, putting her hand on his head or his arm or his leg or some shit like that. So I don't know. That might lead to something. I don't know. Maybe it's going to lead to a love angle. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Ray. I don't even know how old his daughter is now. I think she's like 18, maybe younger than 18. I don't know if that's gonna go sit well with Mr. Ray Mysterio. Dom is like in his 20s, I think now. I think Dom is like 20, 21, maybe 22. I don't know his exact age, but I think he's like in his early 20s. He's like big and tall shit. That's that. I think Dom should go to NXT. He should have went to NXT. They shouldn't even had this freaking feud with him and his dad, and with Seth and Murphy, and then with Austin Theory at the time. It was stupid. Austin Theory. I think Austin Theory left before that. I'm not sure, but it was stupid. Dominic should have just started off in NXT. Maybe get the North American title. Just start off slow, then get to the main roster. Then you fight someone like Seth Rollins. You fight someone like Murphy. Instead of getting your fucking ass handed to you. But like I said, they pushed Dominic right away. They pushed him right into this fucking thing. And I think Vince said, well, if he gets hurt, it's on you, Ray. He's basically getting his ass handed to him. I mean, you saw the beating he got from Seth and Murphy, that cane shots looked like chopped liver. His body looked like he got into a big fucking fight. And he lost. Like he got beat up by a group, like the Latino mafia came after him or some shit. Well, better yet, the Italian mafia, because the Italian mafia can't kick anyone's ass. Don't fuck with the Italians. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, he should have just started off in NXT. Maybe he's getting his feet wet, and then they're gonna put him in NXT. After this now. I think they're gonna put him in NXT. They should. I don't know what his first feud will be. I think it'll just be a random guy facing enhancement talent, and then you build him up a little bit over the next couple months, and then maybe you thrust him into a North American title match. Maybe some matches with Cameron Grimes, maybe with Adam Cole, baby. No, I don't know about Adam Cole and Dominic. Cringing at that one, but you never know. But that's that. Dominic needs to work on his mic skills. Yeah, they are not that great. Not that great. I think he's nervous, I think, as everybody would be. But, he needs to go to promo school, how to cut a good damn fucking promo. Instead of these wimpy, I have confidence in myself, and I know I will do great, and I will win for my father. Come on. You should just go, right? Look at the fucking camera and talk from his heart, you know something, Rollins? You've been a thorn in me and my family's side for months now, and this has to come to an end. And in that cage, I'm gonna kick your ass, and this thing between us is gonna be over. And he's like, Viva la raza, Eddie Guerrero. He doesn't say Eddie's name, but he's like, Viva la raza, stuff like that. And he says something in Spanish, let him say that. And then, like Ray finish it off. He'll do his little promo, and then Ray finishes it off because, Ray's got to get his TV time in. And, with Angie and his daughter, they have to get their TV time in because they're getting paid by Vince. It's true. It's fucking true. But really, he needs NXT, and he needs to go to promo school. Like Phantom Oscar said, Dom is good, but he needs NXT badly. Yes, he does. I mean, he hits some good moves. He has some good moves. I think the SummerSlam match he had, The match at SummerSlam was good. The Payback one, I didn't really. It was okay, and then tonight's steel cage match wasn't bad, but yeah, I think we all knew that he was going to get his ass handed to him in a cage. So it really was supposed to be Ray versus Seth, I think, in a cage to end the feud. But since Ray tore his bicep, they pushed Dominic into this whole thing. I think they're really doing it's a really bad idea with Dom. They just push him into this fucking feud. When he really should have just started off in NXT, just trying to be, like his dad. But you know who runs this fucking company. That's all I gotta say about that. And we move on from there. All right, we got a newcomer, Kevin Abreu. WWE needs to unify the tag team division in both shows. Yes. Yes, Kevin. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. They need to unify the belts because the tag team division is a joke. We should have one belt and all these teams revolving around it, not separate brand belts because it's stupid. It is fucking stupid. Really, like I said, who's on Raw? Viking Raiders are hurt. Ivor's getting neck surgery. He's going to be out for months. So I don't know what they're going to do with Eric. I could care less. Angel Garza and Andrade are fighting against each other, so cancel them out unless they somehow, they met. They're like, oh, we beat each other up. Now we're friends again. We're going to win the tag titles. Don't think it's going to happen. It's fucking stupid. Who else is there? They got rid of the AOP. They're probably going to AEW, I would think. Well, if they might go to TNA, they might go to Ring of Honor. They might not go anywhere. Who knows? Really, I would maybe put them in. You could put them in TNA. They could have some good feuds with the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson. They could have a good feud with the North, maybe with the Machine Guns. I still can't believe they have the tag team titles. That's a shock. Old man Alex Shelley and old man Chris Sabin are the tag team champions. I think they're like I think it's their sixth reign. I could be completely wrong, but them having the belts, and then the Rascals going after them now. Zachary Wentz and Desmond Xavier. They're going after the belts now. And what pisses me off is Johnny Bravo and Rosemary getting married. Valerie Sky is not married. He's not getting married. She's marrying me. Oops. I spoiled a storyline for XWF. Oops. Yeah. There's your storyline for XWF. I get rid of my current wife, Maria Brink, because, she's got to do her own thing. We're not seeing each other due to this fucking virus, and I'm always on the road because we got this fucking world tour that is gone for like 2 years now. I've only sniffed the United States a couple of times. I mean, this pay-per-view coming up, going to be in it was Relentless Night 1 is in California, I think Los Angeles. I think it's in San Bernardino or some San Diego, somewhere in California. My Peter Gilmore is my character's hometown is in LA, so it's it's hometown country, and I face a douchebag with a disgusting disease called C. diff. With his stupid, fake ass $1 million belt that I don't want. And we're fighting to see who becomes the number one contender to the Heart title, which is basically the second tier belt or the Intercontinental belt. You can call it the United States belt. But yeah, I'm going to beat the fucking shit out of him. I'm going to get my Heart title shot. I'm going to beat whoever is the Heart champion. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win back my heart title for the 5th time. I'm a fucking legend in that company. I'm gonna get back my gold. I'm getting it back by the end of this year. I guarantee you. Even if I have to bust my ass running through hoops. But we'll see what happens with that. I gotta write that damn story by this weekend. I'm gonna probably start it on Thursday, put it up Friday after work. I could put up Saturday after work, but I'm gonna leave it for Friday and then just take Saturday off because I'll be home really late on Saturday because I got to work and then I got to work probably till about 10 o'clock. I don't know what time I'm actually leaving work on Saturday. I don't know who's coming in after next because the boss messes up the schedule. Now, like I said, the schedule is changing. So I'm probably working another 4-day weekend this weekend coming. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Hopefully I can get 3 days off. I don't want to get 2 days off. I really don't want to work 5 days. I'm going to tell them I can't work 5 days at all. I can only work 4. I need my off time. I have doc's appointments and this and that. I can't afford to miss. That's that. So what was I even talking about? I don't know. But yeah, going back to Kevin Abreu's point. Yeah, the WWE needs to unify the tag team belts, and I think they should have a unification match at the Clash to unify both belts, and then they get rid of those disgusting looking tag belts and make a new belt. Make a brand new tag title looks like maybe they bring back the 80s, the old school 80s belt. Or maybe they bring back the Ruthless Aggression belts, which I didn't think that would be bad. Or the 90s tag team titles. The Ruthless Aggression era belts are pretty cool. But that's that. We move on. Yeah, they also need to unify the women's division. Yep. They should merge those belts into one belt. But they're not going to do it because they're going to have women on Raw. They want to have, the separate brand shit. But they really should. They should unify the tag team division. They should unify the women's division. I would say the United States title and the IC title should be merged. Again, just make it one big intercontinental belt and have a big ass division because they have a lot of people that can go into the intercontinental title division. Jeff Hardy, AJ, Sami Zayn. Guys like that. You can put Apollo in there. Ricochet, Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley. You put almost MVP. You put almost everybody in that fucking division. Was WWE going to do it? No. They don't give two shits. They don't think of ideas that we think of. They don't listen to the fans. Like they said, like, remember, I think it was in 2018, was it 2018 or 2019 when it was Hunter, Stephanie, Vince, and Shane in the ring, and Hunter was like, "We're gonna give you what you want." They didn't give us shit. You're not giving us anything, Hunter. Besides NXT, you're not giving us anything. Vince is running Raw into the ground. Bruce is running SmackDown. I was into a brick wall because it's going up and down every week. Raw's been terrible. Like I said, I don't know who runs Raw. I think it's Vince by himself. And Vince is just using just idiotic and stupid ideas. That's why Raw sucks and they're getting the lowest ratings in history. Because the matches suck. Some of the storylines suck. They should just scrap Raw or just get rid of Raw and SmackDown. Just have Monday Night Raw. Just bring it back like the old days. Well, you could have Raw and SmackDown because that started when The Rock made SmackDown basically, but it is what. The 24/7 title is a joke. Yes, it is. And that belt should be thrown in the garbage. And when we're going to see R-Truth versus Akira Tozawa at the Clash, I don't care. I'm telling you guys, the Clash of Champions is going to suck, except for a couple matches, and that's it. It's going to suck big, fat, hairy, monkey balls. That's that. The tag title should be one title and have the float like the women's tag titles. I don't know what that meant, but that means, but okay. Yeah, but the tag title should be one title, and I guess you can get rid of the women's tag team titles because there's no women tag teams besides the Riot Squad and Shayna and Nia, who are just a made up tag team. They broke up the Iconics for some stupid reason. And you really think about Natalya and Lana. I don't want to see those bitches with the title. I really don't. I'd rather have Lana leave the WWE and go to AEW to be with Rusev. Miro. But boy, did she get her ass handed to her tonight. I'll get to that in a minute. And that's that. But yeah, they should get rid of the women's tag team belts, get rid of the 24/7 belt, and unify the tag belts and the women's title. The women's titles and the tag titles should all be unified. And that's that. Vince is running NXT as well. To an extent, he is, because he's in Hunter's ear, but it's mostly Hunter and Shawn Michaels running NXT. And NXT hasn't been that bad. And the ratings they're not doing that great, but I mean last week they got what 839,000 views for NXT on Super Tuesday with Adam Cole and Finn Balor for the vacant NXT title, which Finn Balor won. And NXT is going to be unopposed this Wednesday, so I think they're going to pop a good rating. Thursday Night Dynamite probably pop a good rating. I don't think they're gonna. I want them to do over 1 million, like 1.1 million, maybe 1.3 million at most. I don't think they're gonna hit. I doubt they're gonna hit 1.3. I would be shocked if they hit 1.3. But you got football on this Thursday. You got the Browns and the Ravens. Boring. That nobody's gonna watch that shit game. I might watch it because there's nothing. Actually, I'm going to watch freaking AEW since I'm off. I'm going to watch AEW since I got to work Wednesday, so I'm going to miss a little bit of NXT. But when I get home, I get home probably about 11, 10, probably 10:45, 11. Going to have my dinner, feed my cat, talk to the missus, then watch NXT, and then get the review up. And then Thursday I'm off to watch and got AEW. So a lot of content on this channel. So I hope you all hit that bell to get notified of when I do my videos on my respective channels. But yeah, but NXT is doing pretty good with Hunter and Shawn at the helm. Now Finn Balor's the face of that company now. He's the champ. And I don't know what they're gonna do with Adam Cole now. I really don't know. I think he'll chase for the title, but I think Killer Cross is going to come back at War Games, or maybe before War Games, or at War Games, and beat Jesus out of Finn Balor. I think it's going to be Team Balor versus the Undisputed Era again. The Undisputed Era in their fourth straight War Games match. Because there's nobody else they can put them with. So, but I think Killer Cross is probably going to win that belt at either if he doesn't come back, if he comes back earlier than before War Games, and he's clear to go and he's all ready to go, he's going to beat Finn Balor. He's going to win the belt back. He's going to hold it to the next takeover in December, I think there's one in January, or maybe they'll do another one, do a standalone, another standalone like they're doing with in December. They do another standalone NXT takeover in February, like they did last year with NXT takeover this February with NXT takeover Portland. So they'll probably do one like that, and then the next takeover after that is WrestleMania weekend in March the 27th, I believe, because WrestleMania is March the 28th, I think. But we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens. All right, my good buddy Nick Infante 1992 is in the chat. He says, hi, how you doing, Nick? That's that. Fan of Oscar. Hope they moved NXT to Tuesday. Yeah, I think they should go to Tuesday. They popped a good rating on Tuesdays. I think they have found a slot now. I think they should move to Tuesday. Wednesday's not helping them. They're getting destroyed in the head-to-head war, and I think Vince knows it. I think Vince and Hunter know it. They're getting destroyed on Wednesday nights, head-to-head. There's only the 3-week period when NXT was beating AEW like week after week after week because AEW put on really bad shows, except for Fight for the Fallen. And Fyter Fest Night 2 was okay. Then Fight for the Fallen was pretty good. Then the week after that, they just started on a roll again. And that's what it's been since July. Since June, late June, July. They've been, and AEW is basically one here and there. It's kind of gone back and forth like the last couple of weeks, but over the last 2 weeks, AEW is just beating the crap out of NXT in the ratings. But a move to Tuesday would be okay. And the only competition they have is Impact, and Impact doesn't even do that great ratings. They barely get like 500, 600,000 views. Not even five. I would say about 500,000 views. But the Twitch followers, they get a lot of views on Twitch. I don't know how many they get on Access TV because a lot of people don't have it. This guy has it, but it is what it is. So that'll be the competition unless AEW comes out with a new show whenever that is, where and whenever that is. Then because you're going up against Dark. You get Dark at 6 o'clock. I don't know if the NWA is coming back. With Power. I don't know if Power's coming back. So if it does, you got Dark and Power on I think about the same time. Then you lead right in. Then you don't lead into it, but then at 8 o'clock you got NXT. You could have NXT and Impact going head to head. That's it. That's your Tuesday night. You got a lot of wrestling on Tuesday night. What do you watch? Do you watch NXT? Do you watch Impact? Do you watch Dark? Or do you watch Power? If NWA comes back, I know Ring of Honor just came back. They started the pure title tournament. They had Dalton Castle and Jay Lethal had a very good match. Very good match. I just watched the highlights of it. It was a fucking amazing match. But the pure title is starting off on Ring of Honor TV, and I don't know. I think it's going to lead to I don't know if Ring of Honor is doing a pay-per-view anytime soon. Because I just got back into Ring of Honor because they just came back, so I'm starting to get into Ring of Honor again. Like I'm getting into with New Japan. I'm full-fledged into New Japan now with the G1 coming up. But it is what it is, and that's that. So there we go. But yeah, a move to Tuesday for NXT would do wonders for them, I think. But or on Thursday night, but nothing's on Thursday night either. So the only thing if they go to Thursday nights, there'll be they'll have they might have competition with baseball and hockey when hockey season's around, basketball when basketball's around on Thursday nights, and football. They'll go head to head with football in the fall and the winter. And depending on what teams play, football will probably destroy NXT. But we'll see. We'll see what day they choose. But I think they should go to Tuesday night. And that's that. That's that. Dynamite got 1 million, and that show sucked. Yeah, it wasn't a bad show. It didn't suck that bad, but I think it was a little bit of a downer. But it still got over 1 million views because people watched it on Wednesday night because there was nothing else on besides the NBA playoffs. And maybe a little bit of baseball, and that's it. And maybe a little bit of hockey. That's it. That's basically it. So, but more power to them. They got 1 million views on a mint show. It is what it is. That's that. Nick Infante says the NWA is coming back this month. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty nice. That interesting. United Wrestling Network's Primetime Live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's coming up later tonight. Not tonight. It's UWN. If you I have no idea what it is. What channel is it on? If it's on a channel I can get, maybe I'll watch a little bit of it. There's nothing to watch coming up later tonight. Nothing on Tuesday, so I thought it would be NXT, but probably gonna watch. I'll probably do nothing. What I could do is binge watch Cobra Kai. I watched the first episode and I'm fucking hooked. Love that show. I can't wait. I gotta watch all of season 1. Hopefully, maybe I'll watch some of it. Watch most of season 1 tomorrow, and then hopefully I can get through. I want to try to get through. I want to try to get through season 2 by the end of this month or early October. And I gotta watch. And I gotta rewatch some episodes of Supernatural that I taped. Because I watched every one, but I want to rewatch it just to catch up. Because Supernatural's coming back, I think October the 10th, with the final episodes of that great series. And I think there's a spinoff. I think I might doing a spinoff. I heard that Jared Padalecki, whatever his last name is, I can't even say his last name. His wife is going to be on a show called Walker, not Walker Texas Ranger, but Walker. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's about zombies. Another zombie show that we need. I mean, Walking Dead's ending next year. Well, I think after next year. I think after this year or next year. I think it is. So another show, that's gone. I watched since the beginning. Now I got to watch Fear of the Walking Dead. I got to go back and watch the past season of Fear of the Walking Dead. And they got another show. I think after that, I don't know what the name of it is. They're doing a spin-off of The Walking Dead with Daryl and Carol. That should be pretty interesting. I don't know what's going to become of the other members of The Walking Dead, like Rick and Michonne and Maggie and all the other people there. Like, I think half of them would probably be dead by the end of the season. By the end of the show, I think the only people that'll be left is Daryl and Carol. That rhymes. But and then maybe we'll find I don't know, because when Rick died, when he shot the dynamite and he got blown off the bridge, and then he got picked up by the copter. No, everybody thought he's dead, but it was like they were saying, "Oh, he's alive." And then Michonne was, the whole thing with Michonne, when she was on a boat, she was having visions of Rick. I think Rick might come back at the end of this show. He has to end the show. You gotta end it with Rick coming back. I know Andrew Lincoln doesn't want to do it, but I don't know. I don't know if he wants to do it, but you got to end it with him somehow. I think Beta's gonna die. The big guy, that big huge guy. Now he has a new mask and he's kind of controlled by Alpha. That should be some interesting stuff going into this coming season in October. That's gonna be some good stuff. Some good stuff this fall to watch. Walking Dead almost about to end. Supernatural's gonna end. I got Legacy since finishing up season 2. And then they're gonna start season 3 probably after that. I don't know. So lots of good stuff coming your way this fall. But yeah. But Nick, if you're still watching, what United Wrestling Network's Primetime Live? I know it's at 9:00, but what channel? If you're still watching, I need to know what channel. Well, that's that. All right, let's get into. I know we talked a lot, so I don't want to make this 2 hours. It's probably gonna be 2 hours anyway. All right, so let's get back to Monday Night Raw. We finish where we left off. All right, so we had Seth Rollins beating Dominic, and then Seth beating up on Murphy. So we'll see what happens next week on that. I think Murphy will get his revenge, and then they'll start a Seth Rollins Murphy feud. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think they ended the Seth Rollins Rey Mysterio saga finally. I think they finally ended it. Not the way that I wanted it to end, but that's all I got to say about that. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, then we go to Raw Underground. We see Dolph Ziggler basically beating up a jobber. He beats him up with his elbows and stuff. And then Riddick Moss gets in the ring. He wants some of Ziggy. Bell rang. I didn't even hear a bell. I didn't hear no bell. So they did okay. Ziggler shoots the leg. Moss tries to stop him. He does. They stand. Ziggler goes for the leg again, but Moss won't go down. Ziggler lifts the leg and hits a really weak uppercut. Then Moss with a spine buster. And Ziggy picks the leg and then locks in a side headlock. Ziggler has a chokehold on. Moss breaks it and hits an elbow to face. They go back and forth, but in comes Braun Strowman and just beats the crap out of Ziggler and Moss. Braun shows him, hits Moss as Moss tries to fight him. Braun shows him and then hits a modified choke slam. Ziggy comes back in and Braun lifts him and then turns him over and slams him with Lashley's finisher, the Dominator, or that. He picked him up and he turns him over. Kind of thing. So that was that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Blah, 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 tell blah. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, then we go to the back with Charlie Caruso and her guest, the WWE champion, Drew McIntyre. He's about to speak to Charlie, and then Keith Lee comes in, asks Charlie to leave politely. He's like, will you please leave and go to Peter? I mean, no, I'm sorry. He tells Drew it would be helpful to not drag his reputation. They're supposed to be friends. Drew says, I'm not new. Don't spin my words. Supposed to spin what I had to say. Keith Lee says it sounds like Drew believes Orton would have beaten me, but the fact remains that the only match that Drew did not interfere in is the match where he beat Orton. Furthermore, Drew may be concerned that Lee will beat him tonight. So Drew's like, let me reintroduce myself to you. I'm Drew McIntyre. He says he's not concerned or afraid. Keith Lee says he should be afraid. As a person that knows him well, he's also aware that Drew has a larger than normal target on his back. So we'll see what happens in the main event coming up in a little bit. And I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And after that, Drew shoves his hand again. Lee teases a touch again. Drew punches him in the jaw. Drew tries to whip Lee, but Lee reverses, sends him into a box. And then Drew kicks Lee as all the referees and agents have to come and stop it. So, not a bad pre-brawl match. Not pre-brawl segment. Not bad. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. And we move on from there. All right, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get this video up. So, after that, we go to Raw Underground. So we see Titus O'Neil wanting in Raw Underground. He's like, "Let me in, let me in." And goes like, "Who are you?" He says, "I just came from Titus Catering. I just cooked myself some fish." So he lets Titus in. So Titus is gonna get in some on-air time, I guess. So we go inside. Braun's just beating the crap out of everybody. Riddick Moss tries to redeem himself, but Braun kicks him back out of the ring. Titus comes in, shoots the legs, knocks Braun down, mounts him with some punches. Braun's able to stand out of it and lock his head. He chokes Titus out in like 5 seconds. Like, thanks for coming. Go back to Titus Catering for you. Then drops on him with some rights. Shane tries to stop him, but Braun stands out of it, offering more pain. And that's pretty much it for that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and we move on from there. Okay, I'm going to abbreviate some of the matches as we're getting close on time, and that's that. And okay, you don't know what channel it is? Okay, these are TV listings for Fight TV. Oh, it's on Fight probably. I don't have the Fight Network, but you can watch it online for $8. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my $8 on that. I rather wait for an AEW pay-per-view and get it for free. That's all I gotta say about that. And same thing for Ring of Honor and New Japan. I get all the pay-per-views for free. Ha! Eat that. You gotta pay $15, or you gotta watch it on the network for $9.99 a month. You guys don't got it like I got it, because I have connections. It is what it is. That's all I got to say about that. All right, then we get to match number 6, Kevin Owens and Aleister Black. Match is all right. And that's that. Getting to the end, they're fighting back and forth. Black grabs Owens, and Owens hits a right hand. Black to his knees. Owens to the top rope. Grabs the head. Black picks on the ankle. Owens reaches the ropes. Black holds onto the submission till 4 and stomps Owens a little bit. Referee has to back him up. And then Owens comes out of the corner with a super kick. And then he falls to his feet. He gets onto his feet, drops to his knee. And that kind of plays into the ending. Black stands tall. The lights start flickering. Black turns to see what the distraction. And Kevin hits a Stone Cold Stunner. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens picks up a shocking victory over Aleister Black in a kind of 4.5-minute match. And that's pretty much it. And we move on from there. So match was all right. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. So Kevin Owens gets his win back from last week, or the week before that, something like that. And that's it. All right, we go backstage. Keith Lee and Drew are going at it again. Adam Pearce runs in and says that if you guys don't stop, I'm canceling the match right now. So you don't get your shot, Keith. You don't get nothing. So the match will be canceled. So they stop, and then that's that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right. So we get Nia and Shayna on commentary for match number 7. The Riot Squad, Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott taking on Lana and Natalya. I could give 2 shits about this match. Getting to the end, I think Ruby grabs Lana and they double team her with a code breaker, and then Ruby hits the Riot kick to Lana. 1, 2, 3. Whoop-de damn fucking do. The Riot Squad win. Match I gave 1.5 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Nia and Shayna enter the ring. They send Natty out, going into the ring post. Then Shayna grabs Lana as Nia removes the TVs from the announce table. Shayna sends Lana to the outside, even though Lana kind of just like she went on the apron, then jumped to the outside. Dumb. Nia grabs Lana, gets her on the shoulders, and hits a Samoan drop through the table on Lana. So Miro's little promo got Lana in trouble. So Lana had to take one for the team. And that's it. So I gave the Aftermath 2 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then we get to go back to Raw Underground, I believe, for the final time. Braun is just beating each other up, having people for dinner. Ray Moss comes back a third time to fight Braun, grips his tank top, and that was a nice tank top, by the way. Braun punches him one time in the gut. Dolph tries to attack, and we got a 2-on-1. Braun is taken down to a knee as Ziggler tries for a 1925 sleeper. Strowman tosses him over his head, then hits Riddick with a hard right hand. Then he hits the running power slam to Ziggler. And that's that for that. Then we get Dabo, whatever the fuck his name is. He hops on the machine, says, we're gonna do this next week. If Braun wants to return, you can have him next week. So I guess we're gonna get that match next week. That we don't give two shits about. So I gave all that 2 out of 5 stars. And that's that. We move on from there. All right, then we get to the main event: Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee. Not a bad match. Not that bad. I'm just gonna abbreviate it. We're getting near the end, and we get a jawbreaker from Drew. Hits the corner, hops to the top, dives off with the split with the move, but Keith Lee hits a headbutt. Drew toes down to the apron. Lee goes to the top rope, grabs Drew by the head, locks him up on the arm, and he waits and hits a superplex for a near fall. As Drew gets up, Drew gets up like he didn't he no-sold it. Calls for the Claymore. It gets reversed. Lee wants a spirit bomb. Drew escapes it. Drew hits the ropes. And then he hit a double crossbody in the middle of the ring, so both men are down. And then Retribution comes out, all 25 people. They come out, they circle the ring. Then they attack Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre, half on Lee, half on Drew. So, and then so we ended with a no contest, a 10-minute suck fest. So I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Retribution continues the onslaught, taking on Drew and Lee, and celebrating with high fives. They're like, yeah, we did it. NXT did it, yay. They're going right back on the attack of Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre. Then we hear the music of the Hurt Business to come out. So, okay, so we get that. They all come out, and Retribution's like, come on, bring it on. So they all battle at the bottom of the ramp. It's like maybe 5-on-1. Each member was like 4-on-1, 5-on-1, maybe 6-on-1. And a fight's on, and then Lee and Drew are in the ring. They hit the ropes and hit double dives over the top onto everybody. And that ends. I gave the Aftermath 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it for that. All right, everybody, that's it for my video. Thank you all for watching. Time to get some sleep if you're in the Northeast. If you're still up, go get some sleep because you might have work tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't, so I can stay up as long as I want. But I'm gonna probably go to sleep soon because I'm getting tired, and I want to eat. I want to have a late night snack, and then I'm gonna probably hit the bed and go to because I got a couple of errands to do tomorrow, and then I gotta work on Wednesday. And then Thursday I got a long day. Thursday I have to. I hopefully my manager doesn't ask me to come in because I'm gonna say no, I can't. He says I got a doctor's appointment. I said I'm gonna tell him I got a doctor's appointment at 4, and I won't be done till like 5:30. So he says, "Can you come in at 5?" I'm like, no. I'm just gonna tell him it's impossible. I can't come in. And if he gets mad at me and says, "Well, you're gonna get fired," I'm like, "Oh, fire me. I don't care. I gotta." Says, first of all, I need my off days. Second of all, I have appointments. So that's it. You want to lose half your staff, then go ahead, go fine by me. Because everybody's dropping like flies in my job. But it is what it is. And that's that. So Raw was all right. It was decent, not bad. So I gave it 6 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment down below. You can also do a video reply if you want. Do your own video. Give your own comments and your own opinions of the show. You know, you can agree with me, you disagree with me. That's fine and dandy. But You got any questions or comments, put them down below in the comment section of this video. Don't forget to smash that like button to death and also smash that subscribe button down to death as well. Hopefully we can get this channel up to 1,200 subscribers, but we'll see what happens. And that's that. Don't forget to share the video on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Vimeo, BitChute, Dailymotion, whatever you share your videos at. But get my videos out there as well. Maybe you can get some good views on my videos, but we'll see what happens with that. And get the word out. Get your friends to tell their friends to subscribe to the channels, and don't forget to tap that bell, because if you don't hit the bell, you miss out on a lot. That's all I got to say about that. And we move on. All right, everybody, I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to edit this up and then go to bed, and that's it. So thank you for watching. Once again, 6 out of 10 stars for Raw. It was an okay Raw. The ending with Retribution beating up Keith Lee and Drew, and then the Hurt Business coming in. It was all right. A nice, good brawl to end the show. Not bad, but is what it is. And that's that. So we'll see what happens on NXT this Wednesday night with the Finn Balor era in effect. We got Damian Priest and Timothy Thatcher for the North American title. That should be pretty good. We got Breezango against Imperium, I believe, for the tag team belts. That should be pretty good. We got Io Shirai and Shotzi Blackheart in a one-on-one match, non-title. Should be pretty interesting. We'll see what happens between Candice LeRae and Tegan Nox. We'll see what's next for Adam Cole, baby. And much more on NXT this Wednesday night. And then on Thursday night, we got Thursday Night Dynamite. And we'll see what happens with Dynamite on Thursday. We've got some pretty good matches on the show. We'll see where they go from here as they start heading into the end of this month and into October, and then getting on the road to Full Gear 2, November the 7th. So we'll see what happens with that. So it should be a good night of wrestling Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night. It's Friday Night SmackDown. We're going to hear from Sasha Banks, the boss, about her attack from Billy. And some more stuff, maybe with Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, and Jeff Hardy over the Intercontinental title. And some more stuff on Friday Night SmackDown this Friday night. And I'll be here Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night with my reviews on my respective channels. So don't forget to tap that bell. Like I said, tap the bell to get notified of when I do my videos. So you come in the chat, we can have a nice chat, and we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. All right, everybody, that's it. I'm moving on. I'm ending the video. So thank you to Nick Infante for coming in the chat. Thank you to a fan of Oscar for coming in the chat. And thank you to Kevin Abreu for coming in the chat. And Andre Cobio as well. Thank you all for coming in. And hopefully next time we have a nice, good chat for my NXT review this Wednesday. But we'll see what happens with that. And like I said, the video will probably be up about maybe around, I'm going to try to get it up about 12 o'clock on Wednesday night, after I come home from work and eat my food and talk to the missus. And that's all I got to say about that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on. If you're not down with that, well, fuck you, man. And that's all I got to say about that. Have a great rest of your late Monday night, early Tuesday morning. Hope you have a great Tuesday. I'll be back on Wednesday night with my NXT review. So I'll see you guys later on my Peter Gilmore Wrestling channel. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday. For now, Peter Gilmore signing out. Peace, bitches.